Cincinnati. He was shoeless Jazz 2 days ago. Jazz Chisholm Jr. was removed in the middle of the ninth inning of Tuesday night's 5-4, 11-inning loss to the Reds at Great American Ballpark, and the Yankees' third baseman claimed that he was wordless Jazz. Chisholm said that he told home plate umpire Mark Wegner at the moment that was not a strike, before the at-bat proceeded and ended in a strikeout. Chisholm was unhappy with a 2-0 pitch that was deemed a strike even though it appeared to come in below the zone. Chisholm then claimed that after taking his place at third base for the bottom of the ninth, he was still talking to himself and gazing down when he looked up and noticed Wegner staring at him. "Why do you stare at me?" Chisholm claimed to have questioned Wegner. He was dismissed for the second time this season at that point. Manager Aaron Boone had to restrain Chisholm from Wegner in order to get him off the field after he got the hook and proceeded to get his money's worth. Chisholm stated, "Everyone knows how I am. If I'm going to go at an umpire, I'm going to go at an umpire. I will not conceal it in any way. I would have said anything to him if I had wanted to. If I want to say something to an umpire, no one will stop me. I've grown up. I think there's a problem since I asked you why you were staring at me and you sent me out without even saying anything. I think it's becoming absurd now." DJ LeMahieu came out to end the 11th inning after Chisholm was replaced, and Boone stated he would keep investigating the incident. Boone stated, "I don't want him thrown there. I want to be thrown there in those circumstances." At AA Somerset on Tuesday night, Marcus Strowman made his third and potentially final rehab start. He was smacked around while increasing his pitch count to 65. The results weren't very nice, but they don't usually indicate much on a rehab assignment, especially for a veteran pitcher. During his 3.5 innings, Strowman struck out one batter and allowed 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 walks. The Yankees will need to choose whether to activate Strowman off the injured list for his next start or have him make another rehab appearance to increase his pitch total, assuming his knee heals properly in the days ahead. Ryan Yarbrough's placement on the injured list over the weekend due to a low-grade oblique strain created a slot in the rotation, which the team hopes won't keep him out for too long. On Monday, Alan Winans was called up by the Yankees to start on the spot. However, the right-hander was beaten by the Reds for the second time, giving up 4 runs in 4.5 innings. Winans could start again over the weekend against the Athletics, but the Yankees did not immediately send him back to AAA on Tuesday in search of a new bullpen. Winans would not have been able to return this weekend if he had been optioned on Tuesday unless he was replacing a recently injured player, so they might have been waiting to make sure Strowman made it through Tuesday's start without any health problems. After Yarbrough's injury, manager Aaron Boone had hinted that Tuesday might be Strowman's final rehab start, but he refused to make any firm commitments prior to the match. Boone stated, "I just want to get through tonight and see where we're at." Boone, who spent the first 6 superscript 1/2 seasons of his major league career in Cincinnati after being selected by the Reds in the 1994 draft, was thrilled to be back here this week. He stated, "This is a significant place in my life. I got drafted by this organization, came up here, had my best years here, owned my first home here, and there are a lot of people I became very close with, and some of those people I'll even bump into while I'm back here. I love the city. It's always very nostalgic and even probably a little bit emotional coming back because I don't get back here that much, but I love it." On Monday, Anthony Volpe lost his bat twice while swinging through pitches, one of which flew into the netting over the Yankees' dugout and another one flew past the dugout down the line. Boone remarked, "It's just one of those things where some guys are more used to doing that. I believe that some guys are more likely to do that because of the way they hold and grip it and release it." After being dismissed in the middle of the 9th inning of Tuesday's road game against the Reds, Jazz Chisholm Jr. took an early shower. Chisholm was removed from the game as a result of the Yankees' third baseman and home plate umpire Mark Wegner disagreeing about a call at the beginning of the inning. When he walked out of the dugout for the bottom of the period, he proceeded to scold Wegner before he was finally dismissed because he was reportedly upset over a 2-0 call that had been made during his at-bat. Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, had to hold Chisholm back from the home plate ump as he left after attempting to calm him down. Eventually, Boone managed to persuade Chisholm to return to the dugout. At the time of the ejection, the score was knotted at 3-3.